again, great. So today we've really talked about a goal that you would set, and you've decided on the goal that you would set. Could you remind me of what that goal was again, please?
Yeah, it's to have a healthy breakfast every day, perhaps some cereal with some fruit.
Okay, great. So have a healthy breakfast every day, great. Now what we found is that it can be really sort of helpful if you keep track of your goal and how you're getting on with it. Can you think of any ways that you would do that, or have you done that before? No problem at all, because we've actually got here a way that we can monitor how you're getting on with it, and it's called a sort of a goal diary.
Okay.
So what would really happen is we'd put down that you were wanting to eat breakfast every day and have a healthy breakfast every day, and then you could record in this form how you went about that and what happened. So what you would do is in the middle column here you would write what happened. Were you able to eat breakfast? Were you not able to eat breakfast that day? You would stick it in there. Then you would use the other column, so the left hand column would be about what you were doing before it, how you were feeling before it. So maybe you were too full to have breakfast or whatnot, or you were able to have breakfast because you were quite hungry. And then the right hand column would be how you felt after it and what you did after it as well. So if you felt good for having your breakfast, you felt full, or you felt hungry.
I reduced my snacking, or
that would be absolutely fine to record it.
Yeah.
How do you think you got on with that? Do you think that would be okay?
Well, I'm happy to give it a go.
Fantastic, great, that's all we can ask for, brilliant.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll give you this away. You can record it daily, and then if you bring it back at the next session, we'll have a little bit of a conversation about how you got on, see how things went, and see how you felt about this goal and how it worked for you. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Fantastic, that would be great.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, it's great to see you again, Jim. Thank you very much for coming in again. What we're going to do today, if that's okay with you, is have a look and see how you got on with the diary, and then we'll see how we can move forward from there. How did you get on with the diary? Were you able to fill it in?
Yeah, I filled it in okay. I mean, sometimes I had to fill it in later in the day when you get back home, but yeah, no, I filled it in.
No, that's absolutely fine, great. So what we'll do is we'll have a wee look at it, if that's okay, if you've got it there.
Yeah, it's just here.
Fantastic, okay. So if we take a look, and we'll take a look at the goal again. So it was, just to refresh me here, about having cereal and fruit every day, 7:30, sort of Monday to Friday, so we're quite specific here about that. And out of the 5 days, let me just have a wee skim over it. Looks like you were able to do it 3 out of the 5 days, is that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fantastic.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's great that you were able to do it 3 out of the 5, and just 2 of them you weren't able to do it. What we'll do then is we'll have a look and see if there was any differences between the days that you could and the days that you couldn't do it. So can you tell me about, if we look specifically at the 3 days, Monday, Tuesday and Friday, the days that you could do it, is there anything you notice about those days in particular?
Well, everything, I've got, you're getting up in the morning, you're getting ready for work, you've got the kids and the wife, and everything went smoothly on those days, and there was no issues, and and it was quite good fun having breakfast with the kids, because I don't do that, so the wife looks after the kids, do it in the morning. So I'm rushing around, so that was good.
Yeah, so it sounds like you really enjoyed that time you got to spend in the morning with the children.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay. And you were saying there about those days, there was, it sounded that there was sort of a routine in those days.
Yeah, I mean, every morning there's a routine, because you've got a certain amount of time to go to work. And so when that routine goes awry, I didn't manage. Well, it was the Thursday, of course, when I didn't have anything in the house. But yeah, it's when that routine goes wrong that I didn't manage.
Right, so you were touching there on one of the days you weren't able to do it, on Thursday you weren't able to have breakfast. There was no cereal in the house?
Yes, there was no cereal in the house. So I would have had some, actually. I would have had cereal.
Can we have a look in the last column about what happened after you had breakfast? Is there anything that you notice about the days where you did have breakfast?
Yeah, quite quickly I got used to having breakfast, and and I was less hungry in the morning. I I might have even had less at lunch, so it was beneficial. And my stomach wasn't rumbling, and perhaps work was more pleasant than what I guess.
Yeah, true. And would you normally have had what sort of snack would you have normally have had in the afternoon?
Well, at least a biscuit,
Right.
And there was a couple of days where I didn't have, so.
So you felt fuller
Yeah.
for longer by the
Mhm.
sounds of things?
Mhm.
Great. What about the days where you didn't have breakfast? Did you notice anything in those days when you didn't have breakfast?
Well, they were back to my normal banal habits of the chocolate bar from the vending machine type things.
Right.
Yeah. Feeling guilty.
You felt
But
bad.
it's but making progress.
And how did you feel on the days when you did have breakfast and you didn't snack in the afternoon?
Yeah, I felt happy. I felt good about myself.
You felt good about yourself?
Yeah.
Great. So just to make sure that I've picked up this right, and feel free to tell me if I'm not picking it up right, or there's anything you want to add in here. On the days where you did manage to have breakfast, it sounds like you really enjoyed that time with your family. You got to sit down and talk to them, and that was really good. On the days where you didn't have breakfast, you snacked more in the afternoon, and it sounds like you felt a bit guilty about that because you were having like a chocolate biscuit or whatnot in the afternoon. So
Yeah, it's stuff that I've done in the past, but I need to cut down on that. Biscuit once a week probably won't do me any harm, but
Yeah.
I need to stop doing it every day.
And then it sounds like on the days where you did eat breakfast, you felt a bit better in the afternoon because you weren't snacking, you felt fuller for longer, your stomach wasn't rumbling in the days where you ate breakfast.
Yeah.
Would that be fair to say?
Yes, it would.
Fantastic, great. And one of the things we picked up on just slightly earlier was that there was a barrier on Thursday. It sounds like the barrier was that you didn't have cereal, that's why you didn't eat breakfast, because you didn't have any cereal in the house. And what you said interestingly was that you would have had breakfast if there was cereal in
Yes,
the
I'm
house.
pretty sure that I would have had breakfast on that day had there been cereal in the house. Yeah. So, that's progress.
So what do you think about looking at setting a goal around that possibly?
Yes. I should get cereal in the house, and perhaps perhaps I should also. I mean, I've seen other people actually. I didn't even see this before. It's amazing but I've seen other people have breakfast at work. So
Right.
perhaps as as a backup, I could also have some cereal at work.
Because that might have helped us in their way.
Yeah, because there will be some days when I'm struggling, at home in the mornings, just the nature of things.
Yeah.
Perhaps if I,
Could have it.
So buying more
work.
cereal in, and then have some cereal. I'll be buying cereal right and centre, but
So look at saying that's a goal to sort of buy cereal, make sure that you don't have that problem again. And then the other day where you weren't able to eat breakfast, and that was because you were running a bit late and whatnot, then maybe look at having breakfast at work or having something at work instead.
Yeah.
Great.
Definitely.
So would you be happy to continue to work with this goal for next session?
Yes, we'll keep at it. And
Yeah.
Try and improve.
Great. And we'll write up the diary like this again.
Yeah.
Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Great. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks.